again, race fans. Welcome to the Tug Boat Annies Offshore Powerboat Classic. We're in Miami, Florida for another Gold Coast Cup race sanctioned by Oprah. This is the third in a series of 4 races which will culminate at Isle Morada for the championship to determine who will be our Gold Coast Cup champ. But right now, we have a beautiful day for racing down here in Miami. About 24, 25 boats are entered for this exciting race. They're calling for very clear skies, as you can see. We are calling for about a 1 to 2 foot sea. This is going to be ideal racing for these cats. We hope some of these deep V's, the Bertrams, the Seahawks, can really perform well today. We'll have to wait and see. Secret Formula is here. Dan Carrera, D-Incentive, Seahawk Race Team. Omar's Captain America is here, first in his class. Some of the competition is tough in classes, and we're going to be looking for some exciting racing. We're about an hour and a half away from the start of today's race. And speaking on behalf of the Freeze Frame Sports Production staff, we are very excited about bringing you today's coverage live from Miami, Florida. So with that, we'll be heading into the pits for some exciting interviews with the drivers. Then we'll be having the drivers meeting, and we will be airborne to bring you the start of the Tug Boat Annies Offshore Powerboat Regatta. Captain America's Omar Alescare. Omar, right now Captain America's in first place. How does it feel, and what is your main competition for today?
Well, today I'm trying to keep running the boat to keep the first place in the regional. I think it's my plan today, and all the same.
Sure. Who's the main competition or threat to Captain America race team right now in the regional circuit?
I think Dan Carrera.
Dan Carrera. Are you worried about Mandy and his boys?
Yes.
Good running boat.
Thank you.
Sure. Captain America, have you been doing any modifications to it in between races, and how is it running right now?
Right now running very good. Super good. I think I do something good today.
Very good. There you have it. Captain America's Omar Alescare at the Tugboat Offshore Powerboat Classic. Dave Lemieux down in Miami, Florida. Dave, this is a new boat, and you seem to be new on the circuit. Can you tell us something about it?
Yeah, it's really an old hull. It's the first 38 Signature built by Tommy Adams, and we've repowered it with the 3 outboards. We haven't done much testing yet, but we're hoping the boat runs between 75 and 80 is what we're shooting for.
What kind of weather conditions are ideal for this Signature hull?
Boat loves it. The rougher, the better.
Sure, and who's along for the ride today with you?
Buddy Bolaire is going to be throttle man, and I'm going to be driver.
Well, very good. There you have it. Dave Lemieux, a familiar name in offshore powerboat racing. Mandy Fernandez of Dan Carrera. Mandy, pleasure to see you down here in Miami. How's the boat performing?
It's doing pretty good. It's taking out 500 horsepower on each engine. The boat's running nice.
You feel you've got the Carrera tuned right in now?
Yeah.
I noticed we don't see Sal today. Who's along for the ride in Miami today?
Well, I'm just racing this regional race with my brothers, Tony and David at the throttles.
Very good. I noticed you just came back from a test run. How's the boat performing, and what's the seas like out there right now?
Well, the seas are calm. They're like 1-2 feet. You know, it looks like it's a cat race, but there's a lot of B-bottoms here today, so we're going to have a nice, fun race.
Very good. Mandy Fernandez of Dan Carrera in Miami, Florida. Well, here we go. We're getting ready for the start of today's Tug Boat Annies Offshore Classic. We've got a beautiful day for offshore powerboat racing, as you can see. Clear skies, no chance of participation, and they're calling for about a 2 to 3 foot sea right now. We've got 24 starters for this race, and there's some strong competition. Bob Filipino's Scorpion is here. Joe Sorrentino's brand new, fully involved. We've got a Cigarette Hawk. We've got Miss Spirit of Miss Liberty, Captain America, Dan Carrera. Some real good boats, some real good competitors. And right now we've got some racing. We go immediately on boat number 8. That's a Cigarette Hawk. That's a 39-foot cigarette with a black hull and white deck with 2 strong Mercruiser engines. This is owned and driven by Greg Barry. Along for the ride is Bud Lauro, his navigator, and Gary Smith on throttle. Listen to this boat scream down the race course as they take the early lead right now. This is a strong boat. We've got a good clean start as I look back with some other good boats. Vic Spellberg and Scott Porter's Secret Formula, you know they're going to be in there real strong, running in first place in class. This is going to be some fine racing. Right here, the attitude of this Cigarette Hawk is looking real good, nicely trimmed, and just slicing through these waves, as you can see. Very smooth riding boat. Listen to the sheer power of these finely tuned Mercruiser engines. Really looking good right now. We're in excess of 80 miles per hour right here and moving. This first leg is a long lead as he heads down. seeing where their next navigational point will be and where the competition is right now. But Craig and the rest of his crew look real comfortable in this Cigarette Hawk. Look at this ride right here. Checking out where the rest of the field is. As in most offshore powerboat races, the boats tend to get really stretched out. And it's not the first one there, but mostly who's going to hang in there for the 70, 80 miles that they must run. Attrition reigns high in offshore powerboat racing, and you need a strong engine, a strong crew, and a strong equipment package. Real important. Many of these marinas spend hours and hours getting their teams in gear for these races. This team right now really looks in gear. They're still in first place and really not being challenged right now. They've taken an immediate lead and they're beginning to stretch it over the remainder of the pack. Cigarette Hawk, boat number 8. Really looking good here. What a beautiful day down here in Miami, Florida for a race boat. Great day for racing, great day. Spectator fleet looks real nice out there. This is what it's all about. We got up to a clean start relatively on time. Keep cooperation between the race staff here, the Coast Guard, and everyone involved in making this a very successful start for a race. Look at the business end of this machine right here. Really barking it out. We're approaching our first checkpoint where we'll be making the first navigational move and heading toward our second checkpoint. Still looking strong. A well-tuned race machine right here. As this race goes on, though, you know the competition is going to come up. The incentive will be there. Filipino Scorpion, a real strong boat, especially coming off that good performance at Shooters in Palm Beach. Dan Carrera always run hard. Miami's best, they should keep coming up. Many classes up for grabs right here. Here on Smilin' Jack's Miss Key Largo. 24-foot skater with 2 Merc outboards. He's definitely made a power change right here from the Yamaha motors that he ran at Shooters to these Mercuries. Hopefully he'll feel this will be his ultimate race package. I've got Robert S. Berg, the owner-driver on this boat, with Chris Sante on throttles. These skaters are really coming on. Quite a few are on the national as well as the NPBA and the Oprah circuit. Really a proven boat, this skater. And along with these Merc outboards, they feel they could have the ultimate race package in class right now. Really running well here at 78 miles per hour. Look at this skater just hover on top of that water, taking it real smooth. Very nice attitude on this boat. After his poor performance at Shooters, I was speaking with him on the docks this morning, and they said that with these Merc outboards, they really hope to have come a long way with this. They're very pleased with this boat right now, with testing, and with everything else, they feel that they've got a real good chance. A little bit disappointed with those motors that they had at Shooters, but they feel now, after speaking with Bob and Chris, that these Merc outboards will certainly outperform the Yamis. And from the looks of things right here, Smilin' Jack's Miss Key Largo, along with its crew, are in well command of this race course right now. Running first in class, and as this boat holds together, they feel they've really got a good boat right here, and they'll be there. We wish him a lot of luck, especially after Shooters. We hope he gets his kind of race today. They've really put a lot of time in preparing this boat. Good luck, Smilin' Jacks. Phantom Race Team. This is a 25-foot Phantom with two 200 horsepower Merc outboards. Real nice boat with that blue hull and white deck. This is George Scapata's first race. He is the owner-driver from Miami, Florida. And along on the throttles will be Joe Scapata, also from Miami. This is our first race, and this is a real good-looking boat right here. We've got some tough competition in class with ST Enterprise and fully involved. But they feel they've got a good boat with some good motors. As you can see, they're close together on that back transom right there, and they feel that will give them a real good center of propulsion as opposed to having the motors spread further apart. They're very confident. They feel the water conditions are ideal for this Phantom hull. They feel good about it. Local boys, they've been working quite a bit leading up to this race. Really exciting race crew right here. Here you see some real good racing with some of their main competitors. ST Enterprise on the outside. Look at this drag racing right here. This is hot. Outboards against outboards. Phantom against the Trident. Look at this racing right here. Super. Phantom's pulling a little, but no one can get a clear advantage. Great racing. Really looking sharp right here. Real clean racing. Boats look real good. Crew's real strong. They know they're in for a good race right here. We're here with John Scapata, Phantom Race Team. John, first race in the Gold Coast Cup. What does it feel like today?
It feels really good. It looks like it's going to be a nice day out there. It's not too rough, it's not too hot, and it should be a lot of fun.
What kind of boat is Phantom Race Team today?
Phantom is a Phantom 25 imported from England. We brought it over this year. It's the first one in the United States. It runs in the stock class of the APBA circuit.
And you're running with two stock Merc 200s?
That's correct. We run strictly stock engines, and they seem to have held up pretty well.
As in any successful offshore race team, you need a good team and some successful sponsorship. Who would you like to credit Phantom Race Team with today?
Well, we'd like to thank Rainbow Marine that sponsors the boat, and Rainbow Ford here in Miami that sponsors the truck that we use to tow the boat around the United States.
That's great. And who's going to be along for the ride today with you?
My brother George is the throttle man, and I drive.
Well, very good. There you have it. John Scapata of Phantom Race Team in Miami, Florida for today's running of the race. Really looking good right there. S25. The Scapatas and Phantom Race Team. Real smooth attitude right here. They're just trying to get in the hunt of things and really stay with ST Enterprise and really do well in class. A good place here and another good finish down at Isle Morada next month can really help them in the standings in this Oprah Challenge Cup. .76 miles per hour right here. Really looking fine. A good, smooth 76 for this Phantom boat also. Outboards sound really well tuned right here. Now we're on C22, the Velocity. Look at this boat right here. Although it has no name, the crew has a name, and they're really making a name for themselves out in this circuit right now. This is Jim Bisline's 30-foot Velocity with three 240 Merc outboards. Really looking good. Jim from Pompano Beach, Florida, also has Ed Bienkowski on throttles. This is really looking good right here. They need a good finish today. After the first two races on the Gold Coast Cup, they are in third place with 328 points. Look at him right here. Really good run right now. Ed Bienkowski, Velocity Race Team. Ed, how's the Velocity performing right now for today's race?
It's running real good for us today.
Sure. Well, who's in along for the ride?
We got Jim Bisline driving. It's his boat. Chad Kniff running the throttles, and I'm navigating.
Right now, Velocity is in the hunt for things. If you can bring home a checkered flag, how will that put you into the standings as we head into Isle Morada?
I believe we're standing either number 2 or number 3 in C-class sportsman.
So today's race is rather critical for the Velocity Race Team.
I'd say so.
There you have it. Velocity Race Team, Miami, Florida. This line and the rest of his crew really have this Velocity Race Team looking real nice. Velocity hull, Merc outboards, really looking good. He's running 4th place right now. That is unofficial, but really looking good. Chasing the leaders right now. Putting some distance on him and the rest of that pack. Really in a hunt right now. He and Spirit of Miss Liberty will be dueling it out. Look at the business end of that machine, and you can hear those outboards just bark it out with those high revs. That high winding noise propelling it over the surface of this water. Weather conditions are still relatively same at the start of the race. Clear skies, no rain. And the chop is about the same. Now we move down on Spirit of Miss Liberty. This boat is one of our prettier looking boats in class, also on the whole circuit. Really looking good right here. This is a real nice boat. 30-foot Chris Cat. As you can see, red, white, and blue in honor of the Spirit of Miss Liberty. And it's got twin 450 Cayman engines. Dennis Tuscalinas is your owner-driver, and Eddie Martinez, a real hot raceman on the throttles and navigator from Miami Beach. This boat is running surprisingly well right now. When it came down, Eddie mentioned to me in the morning, get us early. And as far as I'm concerned, we're with you, you're looking good. There's no need to catch you early because the boat sounds real fine and should be there at the end of today's race. Spirit of Miss Liberty right now is 4th in class. A good place here can really put them in the thick of things for our final race in the quest for the Gold Coast Cup. Right now the boat's running as nice as she looks. Smooth attitude, sitting real well in the water. Listen to Eddie work those throttles right here. Real fine job right now. They've got this Chris Cat dialed in very nicely. Approaching speeds of 80 miles an hour, 76 to 80 miles an hour we are going right now. At times picking it up at the 80s, and at times, depending on the chop, dropping down to the 70s. But right now, everything's just running perfect. This is how a race boat should look. We hope they meet with good luck today, get their kind of race, because boy, these guys have put a lot of time into this boat, and we wish Eddie and Dennis all the best for today's run. This has been a real good run watching these guys work right here. Eddie and Dennis really staying tough. And as you can see, Spirit of Miss Liberty has a lot of spirit today and really running well down here. Unofficially, I'm hearing now that Cigarette Hawk is still our leader. Miss Key Largo is chasing. Secret Formula is still in it. Dan Carrera is still moving. Filipino Scorpion, strong contender, is still in there. Still in third in this race. Many boats are still in it and running hard for the checkered flags and classes. The points are close. As we leave Spirit of Miss Liberty, we are on a Seahawk. Black hull, black deck, really looking tough right here. C41 Seahawk. Jamie Milan is your owner driver, and Lionel Santos from Miami, Florida is on your throttles. This boat is moving right here in excess of 80 miles an hour, 82 right now, and screaming around this race course. Both Seahawks are in it, real strong race teams. From the open class to the sportsman's class, all their boats run hard. Serious power plant Seahawk race team. Always equipped with the best of racing equipment. Hot motors, real good hull, proven. Right now they're running second in class and really moving hard. Seahawks screaming around this race course right now. This is like their kind of water, and this boat is just handling it phenomenally well. Looking real good right here in Miami. As good as the weather right now, this boat is really humming. Well, here we go. We're really going to finish up this run now, but for other competition as this pack spreads out. And as we head along the skyline at Miami Beach, this Seahawk is a proud race team and really hammering it down now. This throttle is down to the dash. They do not pick it up, and they just run hard all the way. Seahawk race team. Jamie Milan and Lionel Santos. Oh, a tough break here for Mandy Fernandez of Dam Carrara. The hatch is open, helmets off. Real tough luck right here for Mandy and Tony. They had high hopes today, but not their race today. B11, Bob Filipino's boat. Really a good-looking boat. This Scorpion race boat can really move. This 32-foot Scorpion with its black hull, black deck, and right there you're in on the back end of those twin 400 horsepower Merc inboards. Really barking out some power right there. Along with Filipino, who's the owner-driver of this boat, we've got Victor Villarajo, the navigator, and Johnny Ginsberg on throttles from North Miami, Florida. These guys are all trained in boating and really spent many years on the circuit. And especially with all their experience at Sunny Isles Marine Center, they've put time, experience into putting this B11 Scorpion together and making it a real formidable race package. Right here with their results, and as you saw them coming off that wave right there, now they're getting the boat back going again. That was some jump right there, and they have to regroup and really get moving again. As you can see, they are. With the win at Shooters a couple weeks ago, Filipino's boys have 505 points and are chasing hard Spellberg and Porter's Secret Formula, who are in first place in Sportsman B. Today is going to be a real big race for these two boats, as whoever wins will be in first place heading down to Isle Morada, which is a very advantageous place to be. Listen to these motors right here, really hammering out some power. With these speeds right now averaging 80 miles an hour and sounding real strong, they certainly will be there. Right here, we wish Filipino and the rest of his crew on this Scorpion B11 race team a lot of luck in today's race, and we certainly hope they'll be there at the finish. With their experience and the way this boat sounds, we're sure they will be. B11, Bob Filipino. We're here with Bob Filipino. Bob, first place at Shooters, first place at Sarasota. How's the boat performing right now?
Performing very well.
Sure, the Scorpion hull. Can you tell us a little something about it and what it's powered with?
It's a 32-foot Scorpion hull. It's powered with a pair of 454 Offshore Performance engines, and the boat is sponsored by Sunny Isles Marine Center.
Who's along for the ride today on B11?
John Ginsberg is my throttle man, and Victor Villarajo is the navigating.
Sure. Right now you're 100 points behind Secret Formula. With a win today, that'll put you in first place. And can you maintain that going into the finals at Isle Morada?
We're sure going to try very hard.
Very good. They're calling for about a 2 to 3 foot sea. How'll that affect your boat right now?
Well, 2 to 3 foot sea is a very good sea for us.
Very good. We hope you get your kind of race and your kind of water today. Bob Filipino in Miami, Florida, Team B11. Listen to that power on that business end of this Scorpion. Really strong sounding right here. Attitude looks good. They're screaming, trying to pick up some distance between themselves and the leaders. These guys are going for it right here. Now we have the other Seahawk in the race. This is Justo J's 31-foot Seahawk. Blue hull, blue deck. This boat is powered with these real strong KS&W 550 horsepower engines. This got some serious power plant in here. These KSW engines are proven to be unbelievably strong on this race circuit. And these guys, like all of the drivers for Seahawk Race Team, experienced, gutless, and go for it at all times. They know no limits in the speed of offshore powerboat racing. They just go for it. Listen to them hammer it out right here. What a strong-looking race boat. Real impressive right here. These guys are charging for the pack. With all this strong competition, this boat is right now in first place in class. These are unofficial results, not results I should say, but at this point in the race on the 4th lap, they're unofficially in first place, followed by Jim's Bisline's Velocity, and Miami's Best is still hanging in there and trying to make a move. These guys do seem confident. Noticing our expert freestream sports production helicopter up there, they wave, nod, feel confident, but you never can tell. Big trouble here. Look at this. Vic Spellberg, Scott Porter's B89 Secret Formula in distress. Could be some sort of an electrical fire right there. They're working to put it out. Smoke and fire is happening right now. This looks like your offshore fire drill. They are in progress right now executing it. Tough look at these engines cooking. Vic with the fire extinguisher doing a great job of prevention on this race boat. That could open the door for Filipino's B11 Scorpion. Blackjack Race Team. Look at this boat right here with its 3 Merc outboards running real well. This boat right here is in 4th place in class, moving up into 3rd right now, making a strong bid for that. Look at those outboards right there. This boat right now, Blackjack, is just really looking fine. Look at those Mercs right there. They're nestled up tight on the transom of that 28-foot Manta. With its black hull and white deck, this boat is really cooking right now. Blackjack, C27. with Dave Simmons, your owner-driver, Tim Friel, your navigator, and Marshall Ives, a familiar name in racing, on throttles. A lot of experience right there in that boat. Really looking fine. This Manta race team, the Manta race boat I should say, fine running right here. Unofficially they are definitely in third place, running a strong 76 to 78 miles an hour. Very smooth, at times hovering over the 80-mile-per-hour plateau. Smooth ride and in good control of this race boat right here. Listen to those motors really humming out some high revs. This is going to be a good run. We certainly hope they'll stay together. And as all our competition, we hope for a safe and a speedy journey to the end of this race in a checkered flag in class. The Blackjack race team and their Manta race hull, good luck for the remainder of this Offshore Classic in Miami, Florida. We're really looking good. C27. Right here, if they continue running this way, they'll just increase their point total lead of 909 points in Sportsman C class. The first place would be ideal right here, but just second, third, or even fourth will just add points and extend their lead as we head into Isle Mirada and the quest for the Gold Coast Cup. That's what it's all about. Winning that cup is really the name of the game here in this race circuit. Look at those outboards right there. Now the way they sound, the experience of this crew, and this Manta hull being a proven race hull for many years, these guys will certainly improve on their point standing. And speaking of improving, C11, Miami's best, must have a strong showing here to improve in their points in class. There's some tough competition. But right here, this Coyote hull is really moving real well. Peter Hidalgo, along with Mario Alvarez and Rolando Piega, have got this boat dialed in. With its twin 454 Mercruiser inboard power plant, it sounds good, Coyote hull, strong race package, and these guys are moving. That name, Miami's best, and with the competition down here, they certainly have a lot to prove to live up to this reputation of being the best in Miami. They've been working hard, had a few misfortunes in the races previous to this, but right now they feel real confident and real strong about their chances today. The boat sounds good, the attitude looks good, and they are really going for it. Miami's best race team from Miami Beach, Florida. Ooh, look at that right there, running real well. Trying to close the gap on the previous leaders in class. They're chasing velocity. Hawk is still in first place. That Cigarette Hawk, that boat number 8, really is moving, and other boats are moving at it. This Key Largo is hanging in there. ST Enterprise and Phantom still dueling it out in the APBA stock class. Fully involved right there. Filipino still in it, has a chance to move up with Spellberg's boat out of the race. Both Vic and Scott are a fan secret formula. We'll see if they can get that boat race ready for Isle Mirada. Right now, Miami's Best running strong 80 miles an hour, looking good, and this run is beautiful as we head down the second leg of this lap. Miami's Best, and we wish them all the best. Well, if this race continues, some of these boats are really running well. Miami's Best hanging in there as this race progresses. We've had other casualties and attrition has taken its toll. But some of these boats are really still running strong. They seem to get stronger as the race goes on if they hang in there. And right here, C11, Miami's Best, is having a real good, steady run. We certainly wish them luck if they continue running this well, because they really want to do it, especially in the hometown waters in Miami, Florida. They've got a big fan club out here today, the Miami's Best fan club. And right here, look at this duel. C27 Blackjack and Miami's Best as they round that checkpoint. Miami's Best on the outside, C27 Blackjack on the inside. The Manta and the Coyote. Two boats not only dueling in this race, but dueling in class. This is tough right here. These two guys are really not concerned with where the other boats are. Right here, it is just a class war. C-class, very competitive. Some choppy water right here, and these boats are slicing right through it. Neck-and-neck racing. Look at the spectators in the skyline of Miami, Florida. Beautiful scenery right here. It doesn't get much better than this. It looks marvelous from where I can see right here. Looking fine. Neck and neck. We'll have to see who edges who out here. This is tough racing, competitive racing. No one is giving ground to the other. Both strong competitors. No one gives mercy. Miami's Best really trying to pull here. Manta on the inside staying right with him. Look at these guys work. Some excellent camera work by our film crew there. And once again, we're back to P85. Smiling Jacks, Miss Key Largo. Still in there and really running well. I guess Bob Berg and Chris Sante have really found the winning combination with these Merc outboards. Who knows superstition, just a better motor, better luck, it's hard to say. But still running here and feeling strong about it, I think they've found a winning combination. Skater Cat with the Merc outboards. Coming out of the water there a little bit, but handling it quite nicely. Unofficially, we have Miss Key Largo first in class, which will be a great victory for them. They need it, and it will be a big boost to this racing team's confidence. Still maintaining an average speed in excess of 75 miles per hour. sounding as good as when she first started. With a little bit of a lighter fuel load, these boats are picking up a few miles per hour and really making a big move. Captain America is still in first place in class, but unfortunately we have an unofficial dropout of Omar's boat. This will certainly open the door for some of the other competitors. Boy, this is getting exciting as we head down to Amarada. The races are real tight, and all classes are going to be up for grabs down there. Really going to be exciting for this circuit. Spellberg and the rest of his crew have done a fine job in bringing some of the best boats in the Florida area down for these races to make the quest for the Gold Coast Cup a very successful formula. Fully Involved Race Team. This is a brand new boat to Joe Sarantino and the Fully Involved Race Team. It's a 26-foot Corsa with twin 200 horsepower Mercury outboards mounted on gill brackets. This is a real news boat and a nice boat for Joe. On for the ride with Joe is Joe Sarantino Jr. as navigator and Skip Kleiner on throttles. This boat is brand new to this race team. They've put a lot of time into it and they feel very comfortable with it. After abandoning the Fully Involved Countach hull, they've come up with this new Corsa. After seeing some of the success the Corsa has had on the race circuit, they feel this is for them. On the business side of the machine, down into the nerve center, the cockpit, where the men work as a team to get this boat really moving. It's a tough class, that S class. They've been chasing ST Enterprise and Phantom all day. But they're hanging in there with them and trying to narrow the gap between themselves and the leaders in class. Well in the 70-mile-per-hour average and looking real good. That's Joe Sarantino's Fully Involved Race Team. Sarentinos are certainly fully involved with this race right now. Still looking good. Really developing the finesse and skills of a good offshore racer. They come out here really enjoying themselves. We certainly hope this hull and motor combination proves successful for the Fully Involved Race Team for the remainder of this 85 campaign. Right now we come up on a real beautiful starburst, sunburst I should say, Scarab race boat. This is a 34-foot Scarab, basically a pleasure boat that can really move with those twin 400 horsepower Merc inboards. The owner-driver Larry Fetter and his throttle man Larry Goldman are really having a good run today. They had some bad luck at shooters, but they certainly want to atone here in Miami, Florida. This boat is hitting speeds of about 70 to 74 miles per hour, about an average speed of 72 right now, and really looking good. Real pretty boat with that color burst hull. Larry really wanted to stretch the fact that this is basically a pleasure boat, which he enjoys boating so much, but certainly loves to come out here and race it and have a good time with this. The sea competition is real tough. You had your most entries, and the way it looks, we're probably going to have our most finishers right now. He'll be chasing the Seahawk. The Velocity is still running. Miami's Best, Blackjack, they're all in there and running strong. Right on the business end of that machine, really kicking it out. Real good picture right there. Basically speaks for itself. So you head along the beach. Fine view of the beach. The beach can also see these races from shore. Binoculars would be helpful, but they can certainly make it out. And believe me, you can sure hear them, because I really can hear them up here. Two real nice jumps, one after the other, and a third. Really looking good. These guys are racing, not taking a casual ride out here. Really some competitive spirit and nature being exhibited here in this race classic. Really impressive looking. Really going all out. There's no correlation between your other blackjack race team. I guess just two blackjack players who really like the name blackjack. Checking out the course and really working tight in there in that cockpit. Blackjack race team. Hands in those throttles, pushed all the way forward. Really throttling right there. Having a real good ride and trying to make up some ground. They look fine from here. They love it. Blackjack race team. Larry Feeder and Larry Golden really enjoying themselves today in Miami, Florida. Still looking strong. Blackjack race team. 34-foot scarab with those twin Merkin boards. Fine performance right here. These guys are really being a credit to themselves in this race team. Finish here, get some points, and who knows, with some other races breaking, they'll still be in the hunting class. This is really great. Anybody's race. As Elite Blackjack, we head on a real strong boat, still running as awesome as ever. Seahawk, C-17, these guys are screaming. Always have been, still are, and probably always will be. Usto J really has his boat humming. These KS&W motors, what can I say? Proven, tested, and proven again, and reworked to being some serious race package. Speeds well in the 80s, approaching 90, at times pinning over 90. What a great run. As strong as when we left them a few laps earlier in the race. Really spreading out its lead. They're in first place in class and really moving on the rest of the pack. They'd like to come in early, really finish up strong, and just show what Seahawks are all about. Really moving, 90 miles an hour and pushing it hard. No letting up with these guys, just run it. And they are sure doing it right here. Running strong and really coming in on this final lap of this race. C-17 Seahawk, your present leader in class, and if all goes well, your ultimate winner in class. Seahawk race team. Well, this run we've had with Seahawk has really been impressive. Boat's got a tremendous attitude. KS&W power plant sounding real good. Experience of the crew paying off. Just a great performance all the way around for C-17 Seahawk race team. Really looking awesome right now. They're going to be tough to catch as we head down to Islamorada. But other boats have not been as fortunate as Seahawk. Although they're running first in class, Omar Lescre's Captain America is out of the race. You saw what happened with Secret Formula, Dan Carrera. All have met with similar fates, engine breakdowns, just problems with racing. Very demanding sport on the man as well as its equipment, as you've seen from the casualties. But these guys are really doing well. Seahawk race team moving strong, and they are really heading out right now. We wish them all the best as we look for a few final competitors as we head toward our last and final lap of this great offshore powerboat classic at Tug Boat Annies. ST Enterprise, S8, the 30-foot Triton who's had some good luck with its twin 200-horsepower Merc outboard engines. AJ Schwanke and JS Tripp from Fort Lauderdale and Plantation, Florida, have really been doing a good job on this circuit. This Triton hull, different looking than your other boats, but for some reason they've proven to have great success right now. They're really doing well in class and look fine. They're presently, I believe, in first place, followed by Phantom, and still fully involved is in there. ST Enterprise has certainly had good luck. They're in the lead in the stock class in the Oprah circuit with 902 points. So a first place finish here will really be beneficial to their standings and almost assure them of a lock for the cup in class. Really looking good. S8, ST Enterprises. Great looking boat, 76 miles per hour here and running smooth and strong. We're drawing to the close of this race, and these guys really start to feel it. It's been a hot day, a long race, and some heavy abuse out there in the ocean. But with the end in sight, you just get hungrier as a race driver, and you really want to bring this baby home to the checkered flag. Right here, both Al and Jim are really moving this boat across. Listen to those Merc outboards right there, right in on it. Some of your other boats are still out there and really moving. Seahawk's still moving. Miami's Best, Blackjack, all hauling away. Rum Runner Bay is in there. We've looked for him, haven't been able to see him, but they are certainly running strong in their B class. Cigarette Hawk, for all intents and purposes, could have easily run away with this race. We'll be waiting for official results as we draw to a close of today's exciting race. But still, with this run on ST Enterprise, good-looking boat right here. Good name, nice boat. Orange and black, real pretty combination. ST Enterprises, that is official now, is running first in class and still looking good right there. Very smooth ride, really looking good. They're really moving on the last end of this course. Making a big charge to bring home the checkered flag in class. This would be a big win for these guys, real big. Bringing it on home right here now. This Tug Boat Annies Offshore Powerboat Classic has been a real fine race. Really well prepared. Vic Spellberg and his entire staff have done a great job. Not only has this been a great race, but all these racers have donated all their prize money, plus through a lottery and raffle the evening before, have raised a great deal of money for a charity supporting abuse of little children, and it's a great worthwhile cause. Right here, there you have it. We are now in the winner's circle with many of our boats in. Your open winner and overall winner is Cigarette Hawk. Miss Key Largo is a winner. ST Enterprise in sports class. Rum Runner A and B. Seahawk, as you saw before, was a winner. This was a great race. 14 boats had finished out of 24 starters. High attrition, good-looking boat. We had a great day covering it. This is Shelley Kahn on behalf of the entire Freeze Frame Sports production staff, wishing you a fond farewell from Miami, Florida, and look forward to seeing you in Isle Mirada. Well, here's your winner in Pro Stock, Bob and Chris of Miss Key Largo, sponsored by Smilin' Jacks. Bob, real good race. What do you have to say today?
Well, it was a good race out there. I would say the conditions were probably comparable to shooters. I don't know if we had any other boats finish in our class. We sure had some fun out there.
Obviously a big difference between shooters and here today in Miami. What accounts for this difference today?
Well, as far as our personal...
Sure, I believe we've changed engines now.
Right, yeah, we went from the Yamahas to the Mercuries, and we're getting some better reliability out of them and more speed. So with that combination, we did it today.
Very good. Your winners in Miami, Florida in the Pro Stock class. Miss Key Largo Race Team. Joe Sorrentino, fully involved race team. Joe, different boat for today's race with some better results. Can you tell us a little something about the new boat?
Yeah, it's a 26-foot Corsa with gill brackets and stock 200 Mercuries. We got it rigged. We worked till 2 o'clock last night, still getting it set. We're happy with it. It ran real well.
A third place in class today would help you with the standings, propelling you into Isle Mirada in the finals. What are you looking to do down there with this boat?
Well, we're just running the season to qualify for the World Championship. We started Key West and we wrecked the boat, and now this is the second race of the season for us, so we just want to finish.
And you're going to come down with course in Key West?
Yes.
Well, there you have it. Fully involved race team in Miami, Florida. We're here with Jim Tripp and Al Schwanke of ST Enterprises, your winner in stock class today. Gentlemen, how did ST Enterprise perform out there?
Perfect. Perfect. Ran good.
What speeds were you attaining? You both looked very calm, had a good attitude, but what was your high speeds out there today?
Oh, I don't know. It's probably around 75 miles an hour. She was clipping along pretty good, and we didn't have anybody really putting the pressure on us, so we didn't go all the way.
Very good. Now, how's this boat going to send you into Isle Mirada for our final race?
It's going to send us in there a winner, I hope. That's what we're counting on.
Very good. There you have it. Your winner in stock class in Miami, Florida, ST Enterprise. As in any important offshore racing team, sponsorship plays a key role. Here we have Consolidated Building Products Incorporated of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, who has spent some great time with these guys to making ST Enterprise the championship offshore powerboat race team that it is today, and catapulting them into the World Championships and the 86 campaign. Race here at the Tug Boat Annie offshore powerboat race. It was a very good day of racing. We've had some good winners in classes. ST Enterprise, your Cigarette Hawk number 8 in the open division, a real strong boat. Seahawks always running strong, and today they proved awesome also. We've had a great day of offshore powerboat racing. As in any race, there are a few people we'd like to thank here at Freeze Frame. Vic Spellberg and his entire Oprah staff has made our stay and resource data tremendous help. Our Freeze Frame Sports production staff itself has done a fine job. Kenneth Girardi, our technician. Jeff Girardi, our head photographer. Of course, Bill, one of the best helicopter pilots in the business, have provided us with a really fine ride today. We've enjoyed bringing you this race live from Miami, Florida, and we look forward to seeing you at Isle Morada for the 4th and final race in the quest for the Gold Coast Cup. So this is Shelley Kahn speaking to you on behalf of the entire Freeze Frame Sports production staff, wishing you a fond farewell from Miami, Florida.